capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. And here comes the legend Joe Frazier, Hall of Famer, all-time great. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. Beautiful counter punch. Tried to score with a jab. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You've got to swarm on your case. You know you've got to fight. You've got to hold him. You've got to tie him up. You've got to lean on him when you come in until the referee makes you break off. But keep your hands high, because they will keep punching until that referee said stop.
And he misses with that straight left. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. A counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight. A counter punch is smart.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. That counter shot lands. That uppercut's blocked. He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it.
Never gonna happen. If you've got a good jab, you've got a good reach. I know nobody can ever get past that jab.
Catch and shoot. No rest for the weary. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest.
Come on, you've let him back into this.
And there's the bell for round two. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's a counter shot. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. Nice job getting that punch through. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Perfect punch. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Hook misses. You'd like to see more jabs. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nope, that uppercut does not score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is in big trouble.
You're getting soft on me.
On to the third. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go, and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Misses with the straight left. Those counter punches have to hurt. A perfect counter shot. Can you imagine if he knocks out Joe Frazier? How is Frazier still standing?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Don't want to trade shots. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use pain over brawn.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout.
Needs to switch back on.
Back at it in round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. This is a high-octane battle. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Nice counter shot. A perfect counter lands. The courage on display here is incredible. That jab doesn't score. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this! Frazier covering up, he's got nowhere to go! Never count out Smoking Joe Frazier.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Now it's a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident. You got to take that confidence. Okay,
Time for the 5th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Beautiful counter shot. And he misses with the left uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Well done with that counter shot. The jab doesn't quite connect. They exchange punches. How about that time counter shot? Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And you can see here, his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down. Frazier never one to back off or back down.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Going to punch himself out, though. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly considering maybe throwing in the towel after their fighter got... On to the 6th round. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
That counter punch caught him clean. Just misses that uppercut. Nice counter. Nice counter shot. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Jab slightly off target. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That hook just can't find the target. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punching. Good counter punch. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing. The unified heavyweight champion is down. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Punch scores. They block the left there. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Let's go out there and let's reset.
Round 7, here we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. These two fighters are made for one another. Good one. He wasn't ready for that counter punch. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.